All right, so we are talking about our five senses. Remember, we have five senses that help us to see and feel the world around us. Last week, we covered the sense of sight, and we talked about our eye as an organ and how the eye works. It's similar to a camera. We have the pupil, which the job of the pupil is to let light in the eye so that we're able to see. The pupil is controlled by the iris. The pupil will open to let more light in. It will close to not let so much light in. Just depends on what we're looking at and the lighting around us. And then after all of the light we need, we then have our lens on our eye, which helps us to focus on what we're seeing. The nerves in our eyes will then send messages to the brain to let the brain know what we are hearing. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next sense on page 11, which is the sense of hearing, which is from our ears. So we'll really talk about the ears and how our ears work. All right, so Faith, you can come and start us off. I'll break it into sections so we're able to read. Can you please read to yourself and not out loud? Let's have a Michael, please read to yourself, okay? Not out loud. All right, go ahead again.
The ears is the sense organ for hearing. The part of your ear that you can see. It is called outer ear. God designed it perfectly to catch sound.
All right, you can stop there. Okay, good. So the ear is the sense organ for hearing. The part of the ear that we usually see, which is the part everybody has, it's called the outer ear. The outer ear, the design of the outer ear is to catch sound so that we are able to hear. So the outer ear's job is to catch the sound, and let's talk about what happens next. Anybody wants to read the next part? Okay, Joshua, and I'll tell you when to stop. Or the second part where it says sound needs something.
To travel.
We're on page 11. It says sound needs something. Like that's the part where
To travel. Sound travels through air's sound. Sound travels through air. Sound vibrations traveling through air are called sound waves.
All right, good. You can stop there. Okay, so sound needs something to travel through. Most of the time when sound goes out, it travels throughout the air. And then what it does is it vibrates the air, it shakes the air. So when sound goes out into the air, it shakes the air. It's called sound waves. And so if you look at the picture on 11, see how when she taps the instrument, it looks like circles. Those are like sound waves going out. So the sound is traveling through the air. Okay, let's read the bottom portion. Okay, Avaya.
Where do I start?
The third part where it says, if we could see sound waves.
If we could see sound waves traveling through air, they would look something like this. The sound waves reach your ear. The out ear catches the sound waves.
Good. So yes, like I said, if you could see sound waves, that's what it looks like circles traveling out. And the sound waves then reach the outer ear. The outer ear will catch the sound. Let's see what happens next on page 12. Okay, Kenley. I'll let you get a chance. We got social studies as well.
Joshua.
All right, go ahead. Canal, ear canal.
Ear canal. Sound vibrates on a thin piece of skin called the eardrum.
The vibration.
Continue to travel to the nerve that sends the message of what you hear.
Good. Now page 22. All right, good. So after the outer ear catches the sound, there is a canal in your ear, kind of like a tunnel. And that canal is your ear canal. The sound will travel through the ear canal, as you can see on the picture up here. They have the outer ear, the tunnel, the ear canal. Then it will shake your eardrum. It will vibrate your eardrum to let you know that sound is going out. And then the nerves that are attached to your to the ear will then send a message to your brain and interpret what you're hearing. It all is happening super fast. That's why we don't like see it happening, and it's happening like super fast. Like as we're talking right now, you can hear everything that's going on. That's because sound is traveling. It's hitting your outer ear is catching it, then it travels through your inner ear. That's what that other part of your ear is called, the inner ear. Travels through the ear canal, shakes the eardrum, and then the nerves will send a message to the brain to let you know what you are hearing. That's how it works, and that's how it all happens. It's happening right now. That's why you can hear everything that I am saying, because it's all happening. Like your ear is catching the sound, it's traveling, it's doing all of that right now. So that is how your ear catches sound. That's 22. That is how your ear will catch sound. That is how your ear works. And the nerves, once again, remember I told you when we covered the brain, your nerves are everywhere. Your nerves are connected to every part of you. So your nerves is what is sending messages to all the different parts of your brain to let your brain know what you are hearing. Okay? So that is how you finish those tests. That is how sound works. That is how it travels. That's how you're able to hear and interpret what you're hearing. Okay, so that is the sense of hearing. Your outer ear catches the sound because when sound goes out, it makes sound waves. Your outer ear will catch the sound waves. Then it travels through your inner ear, through the ear canal, it vibrates your eardrum. Then the nerves connected to the eardrum will let you know, your brain know what you are hearing. Okay, so that's the sense of hearing. And that is how the organ, our ear, works. Okay, got it? Yep. All right. So that's your science lesson this week on your ears and how they work. Let's go ahead and move on to social studies. Social studies is on page 14. Social studies, page 14. Brandon, that's not 22.
Did we learn about this in first grade?
That's not a lump. That's not a lump. That's a lamp.
No,
Dish, that says dash. You need to go fix it. And hold on. You need to go write these words on the line. And then cursive. Finish your test. All right, page 14 for social studies.
after that, I did.
Thank you. Math 22. You don't see math? It should.
Remember my username, Joshua? I tried adding you. Not on the game today. Only on Saturdays and Sundays.
All right, so last week in social studies, we covered our continents and we covered our continents and oceans, which everybody did really well on that. So the last part of our lesson, we talked about though how America was not always America. Whenever everything was, most people were on the other side of the world, which was like in the Europe, Asia, Africa continent. Most people were on that side of the world. Remember, there were some people that were curious and they decided to travel across the Atlantic Ocean to come to the other side. So we'll talk about those people that were here first that decided to cross over and come to this side of the world. So those people are called the Native Americans. Some people call them the Indians, but we will call them the Native Americans. So before the New World, before all these people crossed over to come to America, there were people here first, and those people were the Native Americans. They were the first group of people to cross over the other side of the Atlantic and come on this side of the world. And they actually, when they came here, they spread out and they also, started a lot of things, did a lot of things while they were here as well. Okay, math 22A. Okay, so let's look at it. The Native Americans. All right, Nariah, you can come read the top portion. So we will talk about the Native Americans who were here first in America. Before America was anything, bring me that paper. Right here. Before America was anything, those people were here first. Long.
Before the New World was discovered, there were people living all across America. Who were these first Middle Americans?
I don't know.
If you can guess Native Americans, you are right. Because the world
Word native.
Native means an article term. One way to describe the people who live in America first. And that's America. America was always been their home. Native America tribes had their own language. Many had their own special way of building homes and providing food for the people. Let's learn more about their life in America.
Okay, good. So these people that were here first, before anybody came here, were called the Native Americans. Native, the word native means of an original home. And that is because America has always been their home. They were here first. They did a lot of things here. And also when the Pilgrims got here, they were the ones that taught the Pilgrims how to do everything, right? So the Native Americans were the first people that were here in America. The Native Americans were broken into different tribes, meaning different groups, right? They all had their special way of building their homes. They all had ways of finding food. They all were different. So there are 4 different types of Native Americans. There are 4 different Native American groups because of the where they were located. So we know that on a map, we have a compass, right? Everybody remembers what a compass is on a map? A compass gives you direction. So we know north, south, east, and west. Do we know that? North, south, east, west. Well, we're going to learn some new directions as well. So usually our compass looks like this. It'll have north, of course, we know that. It'll have south. Then we have east on this side and west.
Miss Fulgens.
And now we will add different directions on our map. Okay, so we'll start here and we'll talk about the northeast. The northeast, the reason why it's called northeast is because it's in between the north and the east, so we call it the northeast. Okay, so the Northeast, according to a map, would be the Native Americans in this area up here. So this is our United States. The Northeast would be up here in this section. So we have the North, which we know is up, South, which is down, East, West, but Northeast is the area that's in the North, but it's towards the East, okay? So let's read about the Northeast Native Americans. Let's talk about the things that they did, okay, Avaya?
No, can I go to the bathroom?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Anybody wants to read? Okay, Carson, go on. All right, math 22. That's not the page. That's 22. This is 21. All right, go ahead, Northeast. At the bottom. So we're reading about the Northeast Native Americans.
The Native Americans of the Northeast were farmers. They planted crops and squash and pumpkins. They were also good hunters. They used bows and arrows to hunt for deer and wild turkeys.
All right, good. So the Northeast Native Americans. So the Northeast Native Americans, they were known as farmers. That was mainly a lot of their job. They were farmers. They planted a lot of corn, a lot of beans, a lot of squash and pumpkins. They were not only good farmers, but they were also good hunters as well. They would hunt for deer and wild turkeys. So they were known for being great farmers and great hunters. They would plant a lot of things, again, like corn, beans, squash, pumpkins. They also were good at hunting for turkey and deer, okay? These were actually the Native Americans that when the Pilgrims came to America, remember we talked about the Pilgrims last year? When the Pilgrims came to America, these were the Native Americans that showed them a lot of things. And we'll talk about it later on. But these were the Native Americans that taught them how to, remember Squanto? He taught them how to plant corn and all of that. They were the Native Americans that helped them out in that way. So those Native Americans were the ones that helped the Pilgrims. Okay, let's keep reading about the Northeast Native Americans on page 15 at the top. Did you read it? Oh. Somebody that didn't read? I'm gonna let you do the bottom. Dennis, you want to read the top 15? 22. Here, I was gonna tell you at the top. Okay. Ready? Don't talk back with him. All right, Dennis, you ready? Top of 15. You can go ahead and read.
Many things live in the wilderness or longhouses. Wilderness and living buildings covered with water or living in mines. Longhouses are built like big rooms, but they stay much longer. They might be 100 feet long. Several families might live in a longhouse. These were the Indians that the Pilgrims.
Okay, good. So not only were the Northeast Native Americans good farmers, good hunters, but they also had different styles of homes. The book not even open. On page 15, if you look at their home, look at it. They have a wigwam or a longhouse. Those were the style of homes that they usually built. The wigwam was usually rounded, as you can see on the page, and they would cover it with bark or woven mats. And then they have the longhouses, which were just like the wigwam, except it was a lot longer and it was big because they would usually have several families that would live inside of that house together. So those were the style of homes they had, the wigwams and the longhouses. And again, these were the Native Americans that the Pilgrims knew. When the Pilgrims came to America, these were the Pilgrims that taught them how to plant things and how to do all of that. Okay, so so the Northeast Native Americans were good at hunting, farming. Their houses were called wigwams and longhouses. Okay, let's talk about the Southeast Native Americans. The Southeast Native Americans. Okay, come and read it. Somebody ask the person. In the right here.
Many of them live in wisdom
Buildings. No, right here.
in the South. Some Native Americans live in Western with thatched roof. Open inside them a rain room. These houses were called chickens. Over striped with in a small house, like a room, crab, covered
No, I'm gonna give you one in a second.
with
Bark.
bark and mud.
Good. Okay, good. So the Southeast. So now we talked about the Northeast here on our map up here. So Southeast is going to be between the South and the East. Okay, I'm gonna show you where that will be on the map.
I don't have space now.
Yeah, she doesn't. So look, come on, right here. She really didn't. She wasn't picking, she really didn't. All right, so the Northeast Native Americans would be here, but the Southeast will be down here, like Georgia, Florida, you know, Alabama, down here in this area. So you can tell based on the climate, that's why their homes were different than the other homes. So up here in the Northeast, they had the covered longhouses, the covered wigwams, but down here in the Southeast, it's hot in the South, right? I mean, we're in Louisiana. We know how hot it is here. Yeah, it's very hot. So their homes were a lot different. Look at their homes on the bottom of 15. Their homes were called chickies, right? They would just have a raised floor, and then it would have a roof, but everything was open. And that's because it was so hot. They just wanted an open house so that air could get through, because if they had a covered house, it might have been a little too hot. So in the Southeast, the Native Americans built chickies. In the Northeast, their houses were wigwams and longhouses, okay? So another thing about the, excuse me, the chickie houses is that they were built high up because of the water in the area, and also because of snakes that will be in the area as well. So that's why they built the chickie home the way that they built it, to stay safe from the snakes and also to not get wet from the water, okay? All right, so that's the only Native Americans we'll cover to this week. Next week, we'll do the other side. So the Northeast Native Americans were good hunters, were good farmers. They also had wigwams and longhouses. And the Southeast Native Americans down here had homes called the Chickees home, okay? So that's it. That's all we're testing on this week. You have to know what the different things about each Native American, okay? All right, so this is where we'll stop for social studies. Good job. You can put it away. Let's go ahead and move on to our math lesson of the day. I know. All right, let's kind of go over a couple of math facts. We'll have a really long lesson in math on today. All right, let's look at 6 plus 9. Can someone give me an answer for 6 plus 9? Okay, Joshua, 6 plus 9.
6 plus 9. 6 plus 9.
Ready. 6 plus 9?
6 plus 9 equals 15.
15. Okay, 5 plus 0. Carson? Down right. 5. What are you doing? 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8. 16. 3 plus 3. 6. 4 plus 9. Wait, no, these come in. 4 plus 9. 13 and 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2. 9 plus 3 is 12. Stop. 11. Good. Okay, so just remember, guys, practice your math facts daily as you work on your workbook page so that you get stronger and better on completing your math facts. All right, let's go ahead and look at my numbers up here. Remember, even and odd numbers, your even numbers are 0, and your odd numbers are. All right, so when we have a double digit or a triple digit number, how do we determine if the number is even or odd? How do I figure that out? How will I know if it's even or odd, Kinley? Yes, you look at the back number. So let's look at 48. So that means we'll pay attention to the 8. Would 48 be even or odd? Could we split it equally in half, even? Or if we try to split it in half, it won't work. Would 48 be even or odd? It is an even number because 8 is even, and yes, we can split 24 in half. I mean, 48 in half, it'll be 24 and 24. Okay, 37. Looking at our back number, which is 7, would this be even or odd? Even or odd? It is an odd number. We cannot split it in half equally. And 129. Looking at our back number, which is 9, would this be even or odd? Okay. It is odd. Yes, because 9 is an odd number. We cannot split this equally in half. Awesome. All right, I have my square here, and I want to divide it in fourths. Could someone divide it in fourths for me? Paying attention. Fourths. Just make sure it's fourths. Okay, and now I want to shade in 3/4. Could someone come and show me how I would shade in 3/4? Go ahead. I went to the right, but that's fine. Go ahead. 3/4. How would I shade? How would I show 3/4 by shading? Oh. No, 3/4. I want to show 3/4 shaded in. Like that? Not quite. Okay. That's what I said.
Oh.
So yeah, you're shading in, but what does 3/4 look like?
Can I do
If I'm saying that I want to shade in 3/4.
I know what you mean. You just color in 3.
Okay. Come on, do fast. So if I'm shading in 3/4, how many pieces would I be shading in?
3.
I was asking her, but yes, 3. Okay, good. So that's 3/4. So remember guys, when we have a fraction and we have to shade in a certain amount, your top number is how many is shaded. Out of is the line, 4 would be the total, okay? Let's go ahead and review story problems. So Tony had 5 stickers, mom gave him 3 more. Is this some more, or some went away? You can tell me? Some more, right? So we're gonna go ahead and create our picture like we normally do. How many did he start with? 5. So he had 5 stickers to start. Okay, did he add or take away? Add, so make sure we put our line. And how many more did he add? He added 3 to his 5. All right, so 5 and then 3. Let's go ahead and make our number sentence. Let's go ahead and make our number sentence. So now I told you, I know you guys know how to do this already, but your number sentence will be different being that you're in 2nd grade now. So you will lose points if your story sentence does not look this way. So because we're in 2nd grade now, our story sentences have to be more detailed. Normally in 1st grade, we would have said 5 plus 3 equals 8, right? But now that you're in 2nd grade, your story sentence has to talk about what you are adding. So in this case, what are we adding? What is the thing we drew pictures of? Stickers. So when you're writing your number sentence, you have to put the item that you're adding. For example, he started off with 5 stickers. See how I'm writing the word stickers? Plus, how many did he add? 3 stickers. Equals a total of how many? 8 stickers. So from now on, guys, your number sentences have to have the words of what you're adding. So in this case, we were adding stickers. So that is why we put 5 stickers plus 3 stickers equals 8 stickers. If we were adding apples, we would say 5 apples plus 2 apples would equal 7 apples. Huh? No, you don't have to spell the number. You write the number. You're just spelling the item that you're adding. Do y'all understand what I am saying, boys? Joshua, Dennis, and Avaya? Do you understand? So when you're writing your number sentence now, it's not just numbers anymore. You have to write the word of the item that you're adding. Okay, so go ahead and get out your math book and go to 22A. We'll practice that right now. Go to 22A in your math book. 22A in your math book.
Which page? Well, where is that page? And what is it good?
In your math book, 22A, it'll be after 21A.
You, play. You do? Miss Fugin? Miss Fugin?
All right, so let's look at number 122A. Yes, 22A, that's the page we're on today. No, they don't even have that in that book. It doesn't say 22A. Yeah. All right, so let's look at a story problem. There were 4 plants in room 2. The children brought in 3 more plants. How many plants are in room 2 now? We're gonna draw a picture, write a number sentence for this story. So let's begin. How many plants did we start off in room 2? Oh, I knew somebody was gonna say 2 because they weren't paying attention. It's room 2, not 2 plants. So again, how many plants are in room 2? Thank you, 4. So go ahead and draw 4 plants. Draw 4 plants in your box.
Which page, Miss Fugin, again? Joshua and Dennis?
22A, Avaya, are you listening to me? Because I said it several times. 22A. All right, 22A, so there are 4 plants. Do you have your plants?
This one?
That's it. 22A, yes. All right, so here we go, 22A. Okay, so there were 4 plants in room 2. How many more plants did the children draw 4 plants or are you still drawing it? Okay. Come on, guys, can we draw a little quicker? All right, so we have our 4 plants. So what do we put to separate? Put your line to show that you're about to add some more. Put your line between the 4. How many more plants did they bring in? 3. Stop saying 2. That's because you see room 2. If this was a test question, I think a few of you would not get that right because you weren't paying attention to the details. It's room 2. It's not 2 plants. It's just room 2. That's why they put that there to see if you were going to pay attention to the wording. So you have 4 and then go ahead and draw 3 more.
Dennis, Joshua. Where's 20? Oh,
Do not call his name again. Do not.
Like right here.
Yep. So now read it. Okay, do we have our plants?
Wait. Cat, can, lap. Cat, can.
One second, David. Let me do this. All right, so now let's create our number sentence. Okay, so remember, when we write our number sentence, it's not just numbers anymore. We now will have our words inside of it as well. So what was the item that we were drawing a picture of again? Plants. Thank you. Plants. So let's go ahead and write our number sentence. So how many plants did we start with? 4. So do we just write 4? What do we write? We write all of that on the line.
So we write 4 and then we put a line.
No. So again, what are we adding again? Plants. So when we write our number sentence, we put 4, but what else are we adding? We're adding what? What is the item that we're drawing pictures of? Plants. So you're gonna put 4 plants. So put 4 plants on the line. That's your number sentence, 4 plants. Dennis, did you write that already? 4 plants? Avaya, did you write 4 plants already? I'm on number 1 and I'm on the number sentence. We are writing our number sentence. So we drew our picture for our plants. Now we're creating our number sentence. So we should have 4 plants on the number sentence line. No, I'm just breaking it down one by one.
I did it like this.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have 4 plants. Is it plus or minus? Wait, plus or minus? Plus, now what are we gonna write? How many more plants did we add? 3 plants. So we have 4 plants plus 3 plants. Make sure we're writing the word plant. Dennis, did you write this already? Let me see. You have to write it on a number sentence line. Yes, that's what I've been saying. Guys, I really need you to focus online. I'm having a lot of unfocused things going on. I really need you to focus, okay? You have to pay close attention to what I am saying, the directions that I'm giving you guys, okay? I feel like I have to repeat myself a lot. Okay, thank you. Okay, so 4 plants plus 3 plants is a total of how many? 7 what? Plants. So go ahead and put equals 7 plants. All right, so your line underneath your number sentence, it has answer. You put 7 plants on answer.
Yes, I put 4 plants plus 3 plants, 7.
Yep, and so now on the answer part, you put 7 plants again, because that's how many plants we have. Other way. Let me see, guys. Other way. That's the wrong Zoom. Right here, come on, 19. No, in your book.
The text.
That's not right. Carson's. Let me see. Okay, so after all right, so good job, guys. So this is how you will be writing your number sentences from now on, okay? You have to make sure that you write not only the numbers, but also what you're adding. So in this case, in your book, it was plants. When we did it on the board, we were adding stickers. So whatever you're adding, you have to make sure that you're writing that in your number sentences as well, okay? I also need you guys to pay close attention on Zoom, okay? Yes, ma'am. I want to hear you say that. I want to hear you say it. Thank you. Unmute your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is our last day where I have to repeat the same thing over and over again, okay? When I ask you to get on the page, I need you to focus and find that page. You're in second grade now, going to third grade, okay? We're working to get to third grade. I need you to find your pages. I need you to listen and be focused. When I say, hey, get out your phonics book, get it out. Find the page, okay? I need you to be listening as well. Do we understand? Okay, thank you so much. All right, so that was our last lesson. Well, let's go over our spelling list and then we'll be done for the day. So go ahead and get out your spelling book. We're going to be on list 5, which is page 10. What? Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go over your spelling list this week. All right, number 1, brain. B-R-A. 2,
Brain.
brush.
Brush.
R.
B-R-U-S. Brush.
3,
Dream. D-R-E-A-M.
4,
Dream. P-R-A-I-S-E.
G-R-A-S-S, grass. 6, grade. G-R-A. 7, smile.
SMILE. Smile.
8, smell.
Smell.
SHELE.
9, scale.
Smell. Scale. SCALE.
10, desk.
Scale. Desk.
11, skin.
Skin.
Well, spin.
Spin.
SPEND.
13, do.
Bin.
15. All right, let's go ahead and look at your Greek and Latin this week. Your Greek word is amphi. A-M-P-H-I, amphi. It means both. Your Latin word is cabulus. C-A-B-A-L-L-U-S, cabulus, and it means horse. And last one, porcus. P-O-R-C-U-S, porcus, and it means pig, hog. All right, awesome. All right, guys, so make sure you write your words on today. That completes all of our lessons, math, science, social studies, and spelling. Oh, we have reading, sorry. I forgot about reading. Yeah. All right, so reading is where we're going. I'll put the pages up. If you don't have it for today, I'll put the pages up. All right, my apologies, guys. All right, I was getting the pages for the students here. So we have our reading story tree. Dennis, you have the book. Who else has the book? He's the only one that's- I'm gonna do it. All right, so yesterday we read about Ruff and how he was hit by the bike. Remember Jean was on her bike? And she didn't hit him on purpose, it was an accident when he hit him, but you know, it just happened. She hit him. So yeah, some people do. Some people do. All right, so I'll go ahead and put the page up here. All right, so all right, pets are fun. So we'll read about all kinds of different people and their pets. Here, Lauren, this one. Carson, here. Carson, Taylor.
Right there.
Yep.
That's one.
No, actually, no. Come and get your pages, guys. All right, so let's look at it. Pets are fun. Okay, we'll start reading. So we'll read about Ken and his dog, Pal. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so pets are fun. You can read all the page 8. Guys, can you? All right, so go ahead and begin with the words. Watch at the top and then read page 8. All right, so let's move on to our social media. 13.
And Dad has a pet cat.
Next, keep saying that. Start all over again. You won't hear when you keep saying that.
His dad gave him a dog. And Dad has a pet cat. Meg has a tan duck.
What's that?
And they just got a pet
All right,
pig.
so the last week we
God
talked about
made the
different
dog,
symbols in America.
The cat, the
Right,
duck,
symbol
and the
is
pig.
symbol
A pet.
is
A
something that
dog,
reminds us of something. Last week we talked about
big
the American flag.
but
That was the
God
symbol.
can
When we
help.
see the flag, we
Can
automatically think of our country, America.
Ken,
The American
Dad,
flag was created in
Meg,
1777.
and Dave.
It has 13 stripes, 7 red, 6 white. Every color has a meaning. It was created to represent our country. So let's look at 13. We'll talk about our next symbol, which is 13, which is called the Great
Ken,
Seal.
he is
The
a
Great
fine,
Seal.
big lamb. We can hunt with him, said Dad. Ken,
It's 8.
Ken's dad made him a fine home. He gave Ken
The paint.
the paint. Ken made Pal red, white, and blue. Ken feeds Pal red meat and keeps his coat. Pal likes to get wet. He plays with the sun in the tub.
Good. All right. So we're introduced to Ken and his dog Pal. What dog is Pal? It says, he said he's a big pine. What kind of dog? On the first sentence. Anybody know? He's a fine, big lab. He's a lab. Okay. Are we listening, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, because why couldn't we answer the questions? No, she did not. She did not read that page. So Ken's dog Pal is a big fine lab. Who gave Pal to Ken? His dad gave him the dog, right? And so what kind of stuff does Ken feed Pal? Meat. He feeds him meat, right? What does Pal like to do?
He likes to play in with the soap suds in the
Yes,
bath.
he likes to play in the bath and he likes to get wet. Okay, page 9. Then it's page 9.
Pal runs to him and jumps on him. Dad said Ken must not jump on Mom. Mom and Pal came to see Ken. Ken paint Pal's home. Pal's home. Pal was still wet from the tub. Pal said, Ken, do not jump on Mom. Here, Pal, here is a bone for you. Run and get it. Ken gave the big beef bone a toss and Pal ran all fast to get it. Ken's big job is to help Pal be a good dog.
All right, thank you, Dennis. So Pal runs to Ken, jumps on him. And so who could Pal not jump on? Mom, right? So when Mom came, did he try to jump on her?
Yeah.
Yes, right? But he was getting in the bath at that time. So he was wet as well. So what did Ken give him after his bath?
A bone.
A bone. Okay? So what is Ken's job? To help Pal to be what?
A good dog.
A good dog. Good. All right, let's get 10 and 11. Let's read about milk and meat from Mitch. Let's read about Deb's pets on page 10. Hold on, I'm gonna list money on that. All right, go ahead, Josh. Read 10. I'm sorry, 11. 10 is the picture. Read 11. Yeah. All right, about, can you see it? Milk and meat and mittens. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Mittens is the name that Deb gave her cat. Mittens has a coat as black coal. Her nose, bib, and feet are as white as milk. Mittens came to Deb as a kitten. Deb made a soft bed for her and set the kitten in it. The kitten gave Deb a lick and went to sleep. Mittens likes to sit on Deb's lap and let coat. Mittens licks her coat. Deb feeds Mittens meat
likes it. If Deb heats the milk just a bit, Mitten get it. Then she lies in the sun with the sock next to her. If she lies on her back with her feet up, it means she wants Deb to pet her. I like to pet her, said Deb. Mittens is a fine kitten.
Thank you. All right, so Deb has a pet and she has a cat. Her cat's name is Mittens. What color is Mittens?
Black.
She is black, right? So what did Deb make for Mittens when she got her? A soft bed, right? Does Mittens love Deb?
Yes.
What are some things that Deb feeds Mittens?
Milk.
Milk and
And
meat as well, right? Does she eat the, or does she drink the milk and eat the meat?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. And so where do they like to lie? Like lie down? Like to lie down?
They like to lie down. Oh, and the cat.
It says it on the bottom. Your last paragraph said it.
Outside.
Terrible idea.
In her backyard.
In the sun. They like to lie in the sun. Yes. Yeah, it says Mittens bats in and runs together. She lies in the sun. Lie, not like lies like you're telling a lie, like lay down, lie, like that. Not like lie like that. Okay? All right, so Mittens is a great kitten for Deb. All right, let's read about Quack, the duck. Page 12. Yes, Naraya, you can come and read this one. Page 12, there's words on the top and the bottom. Yeah, like 12, like that and that. Okay, go ahead.
Quack
Let's look at
is
your
Meg's duck.
Remember, spelling is
Quack is
A-Y-A.
Meg's duck. Meg has a tub for
All right, let's
Quack
begin. First
to
word,
swim
J.
in, but Quack likes to go to the pond for a good swim. It is a fine day, so Meg will take her. Meg will take her to the pond. God gave ducks web feet that help them swim. The big white duck quack as he dips, and mine in the pool. Quack.
And you.
Come on.
No, I want them to read. All right, so let's look at 13. So we're introduced to Quack, which is Meg's duck. Okay, so Quack likes to go to the pond for a swim, and so Meg would take her to the pond. Okay, what did God give ducks so that they could swim? Webbed feet. What color is Quack? White. All right, let's look at 13. Avaya, are you here? Okay, you can read the top of 13, this part here.
Quack eats bugs and seeds. Now and then she gets a fish as she swims in the pond. One day Quack made a nest in the grass. By the pond, she laid 9 eggs in the nest. 1 egg a day for 9 days. Quack sat on the eggs almost 4 weeks.
All right.
Then came
No, that you read the top part?
yep.
Okay, so what does Quack like to eat when he goes to the pond?
Seeds.
Bugs and seeds, right? And so one day though, what did Quack make in the grass?
Egg.
A nest, right? How many eggs did she lay?
She
9 eggs. How many weeks did she sit on the eggs though? Instead of the story, it's not about hearing, you could have read it yourself. You sat on the eggs for 4 weeks, yes, for 4 weeks. And then what came out of the eggs?
a baby.
Ducklings, good. Her ducklings came out. All right, let's read the bottom portion. One lost pig. Yeah, sure. All right, let's read the next story. One lost pig on 13. It goes into this one too. So you'll read the bottom. And wait. One lost pig and then right here. All right, one lost pig. Go ahead. We'll read about Dave's pig, Bone.
Bone.
Oh, yeah, look at me.
In the mud. And he
Yes.
to eat
And you have 8 times.
beans, nuts.
Everybody else has 6.
Make a fine meal for a fat pig. Get the pail and fill it a day. And boom, just cannot wait. One day he got out and his dad had a punch for him. At last Dave saw his by the pine tree. Dave and Dad got Ham broke bones to come back. To come back to the pig. Then Dad said, keep him here till I the whole day.
All right, next part.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Then got nails to fix the hole in the pin. Then it was time for Dave to get back. Then
What you
it
think?
was time
What you
for
think?
Dave to get back hand bone back in his pen. Now you must keep in here. And Dad, keep him well fed and he may not try to get out. They will do his job well. God made him, Dave, and Dave and the pets. God made the meat, the nuts, and the that's it. Oh, and the oats that pets eat. God made bugs, the bones, and the milk. God made pets, and God made us. Thank you, God, said Ken, Dave, and Meg. And Dad, please help us to be kind to the pets and do a good job.
All right, good. So we're introduced to Hambone. What does Hambone like to do?
He likes to lay in the mud.
Lay in the mud. What are some of the things that he eats?
Meat, oats, milk.
Milk.
Wait,
Yep,
Oats,
nuts. Yep, all of that. Oats,
nuts,
beans, nuts, and milk.
and
Right? And so what was the problem with Hambone? Where did he never stay? I'm sorry. What was the problem that Hambone had one day? What happened?
he couldn't stay
He got out of the what?
the pig.
To his pig pen, because what was in it? Like what helped him to get out? There was a hole in his pen, right? There was a hole in his pen. So who fixed the hole in the pen? Dad, okay? And so now Dad fixed the pen. Whose job is it to make sure that Hambone stayed in? Dave. It was Dave's job. Okay, good job. All right, so guys, make sure that you know where somebody's reading for us. Make sure that you are also reading along as well while they're reading, okay? All right, y'all have a good day. That was our last lesson of the day. I'll see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.